Hey there, welcome back to Reddit Dating, the best channel for Reddit cheating stories. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more stories like these. Now, let's get into the video. Came home from a business trip early to find my wife prepared a meal and wine for her buddy. Our bed was unmade. My 54M and wife F55, been married 31 years. We live on West Coast. 20 years ago, my company moved our little family, 3 kids, 2 from the East Coast. Over the years, I have taken on more responsibility, and I'm currently a VP of West Coast operations. I lashed on to the coattails of a man who became my mentor. When he was promoted to North America VP, I took his spot. He is now retiring. He has encouraged me to put my hat in the ring to replace him. If I get the position, it would mean moving back to the East Coast where we grew up. We are well established where we are. We are involved in the community through the charitable works of my company's foundation and our own personal charities. We work with our kids are grown now and scattered across the country. None live near us. Our weekends are usually full of events or traveling to see the kids' families. I discussed this with the wife. She has some issues with me getting the position. She is not sure she wants to uproot everything. The move would take us back to near our extended families. One of our kids would be about 200 miles away. This probably my last move up in the company because at my age and position, now there is nowhere else to go. We have discussed this and came to the conclusion to do the interviews as it won't hurt anything. My boss/friend is pushing for me. I know many of the board members as some come to the charity events we participate in. I also know the upper management quite well because of the years I have been here. I have to emphasize here again, my wife is having a hard time with this. I understand completely how she feels. So I went to the interviews this week, flew back east to HQ. Interviews went well. 3 other internal candidates, and they are looking outside the company also. I had to sell myself to them. They did not try to sell the position to me. So I know that I am not a sure thing here. Talk to the wife each night. She started crying that she did not want to keep me from this promotion. We would talk when I got back. I know she was emotional because of the move, but this was out of the norm for her. The last interview was Thursday. I was staying and flying back on Friday. I caught a flight back on Thursday to see what was up. I walked in the door about 9 p.m., and she's on the couch with a guy know from some charity work. There is an empty wine bottle. I asked what was going on. She said Sam stopped over to talk about an upcoming event. Having a drink with a guest is not unusual when I am there. I take my bag to the bedroom. The bed is unmade. We always make the bed every morning. It's a habit of accomplishing something every day, never miss. I walk back out and Sam is leaving. We say goodbye, then wife kisses me and asks why I'm at home a day early. I walked past her into the kitchen, dishes on the table, pots on the stove. She made dinner. I asked what is going on here. Oh, I was cooking, so asked Sam to stay for dinner. My wife will seldom if ever cook a full meal when I am gone. She asks again, why are you home so early? She is really nervous and is visibly shaking. I told her I knew she was upset with a potential move and wanted to talk with her. I then told her, I think you need to tell me what the hell is going on. She starts crying hysterically and blubbering, something I could not understand. Now, she is a bit tipsy from the wine, but I can see she is sobering up quick. She says nothing is going on. Why do you say that? I am usually pretty calm, but I lost it. It looks like you are screwing Sam. Do I have that right? She said to stop yelling and went to the bedroom and locked the door. So now it's Saturday. She only came out to grab something to eat while I was on the phone and ran back to the room. I've asked her to come out and talk. I promised not to yell. I know she is deflecting, trying to come up with a reasonable, explainable excuse. What else can I do? I need some clothes for sure. Took what I have on out of the laundry. I am praying there is a reasonable answer, but with her being locked up, I don't think so. My boss called me and said another round of interviews next week. I don't know whether to stay for the marriage or to continue the interviews. I already bailed on a dinner tonight, since she won't answer me through the door. I really have no one to bounce this off of. My eldest son and I are best buds, but I can't take this to him. Help me think straight. We have reached the end of the story. Let's listen to some of the comments by our Reddit listeners. Comment 1. Call Sam, told him your wife told you everything, asked him, why did he do it? Tell him to tell you the truth, where you will spread the news to his charitable groups that will make sure he won't even show his face to any other places. Again, if he's married, find out who his wife is. Tell her what you saw. She deserves to know about your wife. Unless she comes out and talk to you, tell her you will call the kids back home and tell them what you saw. She knows she's guilty. That's why she doesn't want to face you. Comment to don't talk to Sam. You're not married to Sam. He's not responsible for breaking your wedding vows. Wife is surely acting guilty. I suspect she will come clean. She's trying to figure out how to tell you and come to grips with what it means that you know. Will you forgive her? Does she want to make it work with you or start over where she lives? Either way, her life is going to change. I'm sorry to say this has probably been going on a while. Being married so long has given her comfort and security. But your success came at a price, which might have meant some predictability and loneliness for her at some point. And Sam was sympathetic. She's had the best of both worlds. And now she's going to have a game plan because it doesn't look like the status quo will continue. Your future is a catch-22. If you want the marriage to survive, you'll have to focus on her/therapy for a long while, which means losing out on the promotion/exciting next stage of work. If you focus on work, the relationship crumbles because she's not holding it up for her and/the both of you as she could do before. If you miss out on the job, you'll have to stay in your town where her lover is. If she goes with you, she leaves her fare behind, and you'll always wonder if she's keeping herself busy while you're at work. While she's doing her thinking, you do your thinking. Would you be okay as a bachelor? Marriage has been comfortable for you two in many ways. I'd leave Y strictly alone until she comes to talk to you. Sleep in the guest room, eat out, consult a lawyer to see what a divorce would look like financially, so you can make your best choice. You shouldn't talk with your son quite yet. But surely you have some other confidant who could give you a beer or 5 in London air until she talks to you. There's no way for us to say if you should end up leaving her or not. But usually when there's deception and infidelity going on, the broken trust takes a long time to mend, along with finding the reasons things went wrong in the first place. Both options are tough, but sweeping this under the rug, she might try this option is long-term unhealthy. Comment 3 up here my take. Why are you home so early? She was so shocked by your unexpected return that she could not even fake it and say, I'm so happy you're home. Sam leads within seconds. So why couldn't they continue the discussion about upcoming events with you over dinner that was already prepared? Ask yourself, why did Sam not stay for dinner? Better made unusual for you both. She is not excited in the least to hear about your interview for this top position. She locks herself in the bedroom away from you, and there is no interaction since Thursday night. It is now Saturday. OPI, unfortunately, you are late for ACTI, but seemed to give you enough information to draw a damn good conclusion. She cheated. She never expected to get caught because they knew you were coming home Friday, not Thursday. I doubt this was their first time together. You have allowed her too much time for both of them to get their stories to align. I don't know whether to stay for the marriage or to continue the interviews. OPI, are you sure you have a marriage?